Hey everybody, thanks for watching. And just a quick reminder, the Powers That Came to Be is now available, as well as 2022. Make sure you guys check these out. Also, for the first 3 days, because we talked about this as far as price on the digital downloads. Now, for the first 3 days, it's going to be $8.99. So you'll have 3 days to get the digital download. It'll be $8.99 plus tax. And then after the 3 days, it'll go back to the regular price. So 2022 has already been out for over a week, so it's still at that price. But any new digital download, any new DVD that comes out, it will be $8.99 for 3 days. So that way, won't be an issue with price. You have time to get it. 3 days is up now, so make sure you guys get it for the $8.99 price. So that way it's no issue with price. I want everybody to get these videos and be able to watch them. It's a lot of good information. Make sure you guys get that. Also, Merkaba Academy site is up and running, constantly being updated. Things are going to be changed now as far as the app. So what we're going to do is we're tweaking the app right now. The app is going to be released via download. So if you have an Apple phone or iPhone, you'll be able to get the link. I'll do a video when it's finished. So you'll be able to go into the description on my YouTube video or go on the website and download the iOS app. The Android app is still available in the App Store, but we're not going to wait for Apple for this app because, they just take it forever and I'm not sure of their true intention. So once we tweak it so it's not no issues, make sure there's no bugs, nothing like that, test it out, you'll be able to download the iOS app for iPhone. So Merkaba Academy Pro. And when it comes out for the Apple Store, you can get it from there. Anybody who doesn't get the download, but it's going to be available. Everybody who is a member, you guys will get an email with the download link. If you are a subscriber, if you signed up for Merkaba Academy, I'll make sure you guys get the link. Also, make sure you guys hit that bell down there so you can get alerts when it comes out. Because as I said, 3 days. Sometimes people don't get to see the YouTube videos. It doesn't pop up in their suggestion, for days. I'll put out a video and, somebody in my family will say, hey, you put out a new video, and it'll be, a week later. So make sure you guys hit that bell so you can get an alert when I post it. Not saying that it even works all the time. I don't even know how that shit goes, but make sure you guys stay tuned. I always post on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me on there. Also, make sure you guys are signed up for Merkaba Academy. Make sure you register. If you're not registered and you want to add your email to my my list, make sure you guys send me an email at therealmerkaba@gmail.com and just put add me so I can add you to that email list so you don't miss out on anything. So what's basically happening? What's going on now? See, a lot of people, again, talking about these end times. And I told you guys, eventually this was going to happen. So if you remember last year in November, I see a lot of people posting the videos today about COP26. If you remember COP26, that whole meeting they had in the Vatican, basically getting together about science and technology and religion and, the planet and restoring the planet, and they freaking basically planted trees and so on and so forth, basically saying that they're going to take the initiative coming up this year to do more things that's going to involve them helping the planet out. This involves doctrine as well, which I don't understand how that's going to help the planet. But again, I told you, eventually they're going to start to parlay the Bible into consciousness, into spirituality, mixed with technology, mixed with science, so on and so forth, to basically say, well, the people who wrote the Bible was smart and wise and intelligent and they knew such and such. Maybe someday they'll say fucking aliens wrote it. Who fucking knows? But they're going to eventually come to this realization that the Bible is this super great book. And they knew all this esoteric stuff and they taught it esoterically, and it has to do with the consciousness and the soul and body energy and, stars and so on and so forth. So the whole coexist movement, which we've been seeing for years, over a decade now, is coming into play, this year. And we're going to see it because we have to move into this information age. And there's a lot of different ways we're going to do this. So my next DVD, by the way, the next one coming up is going to get into COP26. It's going to get into this crazy UFO shit we've been seeing. So I know you guys have been seeing all the videos that's been popping up everywhere. I even had a friend, as I talked about, in the new video that's out, who basically sent me a video about this crazy looking cloud. Looked like a freaking UFO cloud. It was crazy. But real videos, these are real videos from people that's been posting for a minute now all over the world about these crazy lights. And it's real because certain videos that you see, you can just tell, and then people's reaction. I hate when I see a video that's supposed to be UFOs and the person is just quiet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's bogus. But when the people's like, oh shit, what the fuck is this? Yo, you see this? Yo, and they calling people like, yo, and then everybody got their phones out. How it would be this day and age? That's when hey, we seeing something. And that's the thing about stuff like this, because people can post videos in this day and age and you don't know what it is. You don't know, photoshopped or, edited, what have you. Technology is really good now. So we can do a lot of things. We got holograms and so on and so forth. So it keeps people guessing. But yeah, it's a lot more to this that fits into the powers, that be and how they came into power. It's a lot more to this. So I elaborated on it in previous videos, but you got to look at it, the whole, physics and science behind the Bible that's there is clear, and it makes people question it, but they question it because they don't think this stuff existed, years ago. Like they understood about atoms thousands of years ago. They understood science thousands of years ago. We should not be shocked about that. But I talked about in the Old Testament where you have Adam and Eve being the electron, because we know damn well you can't get a woman from a man's rib. So what are they talking about? Eve's it means an electron, and the orbit an electron takes around the nucleus of an atom is called a rib, right? Okay, electrons are female. So this is what it's talking about. Eve means before. Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve mean the woman came before man via the atom or electron, however you want to put it. But it's esoteric, and it's trying to get you to understand what that's talking about and just the breakdown of it. Like people are not contemplating the fact that we have creation of man and woman before Adam and Eve. We're told that Adam and Eve are supposed to be the first people, but we have clear in Genesis 1, let us create man in our image. In the image of God created he, him, male and female created he, them, and he blessed them and told them to go be fruitful, multiply, so on and so forth. And I broke down that whole thing about how he is gender neutral. He means man and woman. And that was a common understanding back in the, 19th century. So, a 17th century even. So when they wrote the book, they understood this. And then you think about passages like, let he who is without sin cast the first stones, not just talking to men. Or when it says, let he who has understanding, let him understand. It's not just talking about men, it's talking about men and women. But as I said, eventually they would come out and they would get into this whole thing, trying to put, the Bible with science. And we have these years, because remember, time has passed now, y'all. It's time. We're in the future. And they can step out and say, yo, we've been duped, or we had this understanding of the Bible that we was taught it a certain way because we go to a school to be taught a certain way. We had no clue, because the things that it's talking about, the Bible tells us to stay away from. You're not supposed to be talking about the stars and astrology. Like, it always cracked me up when these Christians talk about the universe, or the universe this, the universe that. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're not supposed to be saying shit like that. You're a Christian. When they talk about astrology and they talk about horoscopes and so on and so forth, so many Christians reading their horoscopes, right? So the Bible is clear on a lot of things they're not supposed to do, and we see that a lot, but they're going to put this out there, and they're putting it out there, and then getting into a lot of the information that's in there that's esoteric, and trying to get people into that understanding that this is something that, we all were supposed to get in the future. when information became strong enough or, more prevalent, more, accessible, that we would figure this out. And that was the message that we were supposed to figure out. And we're supposed to follow this message now into the future. So now they're even speculating we could have a new, religion emerge based on this whole coexist thing. And it will just basically entails everything: Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and people will follow it. But then, you still have radical, religious groups out there and people who might not like this, and it could cause a war, cause issues. But it kind of fixes the problem, for a lot of people. And, people want to understand the esoteric part of the Bible and have it make sense to them. So this is one of the things they're going to try to do to get people into understanding, to join this whole new movement that's basically going to entail changing a lot of things. But really what it's doing, as we're going to get into in this next DVD, getting into, without giving it away, what this is about, like what's going on, and this point of us being here and this growth that we see from the time the powers that be took place up until now. Look what they have accomplished. Look what they've done in many ways. Like I said, we'll get into it, but there's a reason behind it. And it makes so much sense when you understand. So like I said, I was sick. For those who remember the last video, it's a regular flu, but I had a lot of time to really, get back into studying and really get on top of a lot of stuff. And then like when you have time to do that, it just, man, so much, so many neurons be firing off in your head. So many connections connect, and it's been a good thing. So I've been, immersed in so much information and just new shit that just got my mind blown, and I can't wait to put it out. But yeah, I put out a video on my Instagram, from Fox News. I actually posted a video on this, and I had this video in it on my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel. I started to post it on this one, and then I seen the red flags when I started, so I deleted it, posted it on the other one, and they basically flagged that channel, so they deleted the video. But this is what happens. This whole thing is going to keep going on with this information. I posted the video from Fox News on my Instagram, and as you guys can see, they deleted it. And it's Fox News, so they deleted it for, as you can read, talking about disinformation and medical misinformation, so on and so forth. But hey, it's from Fox News. It's from the news media. Like, if we're not supposed to listen to them, who are we supposed to listen to? So I hope you got a chance to see that video before they took it down. It's crazy, right? It's basically everything I've been saying, everything I've told you guys so far. If you've seen those videos, it has happened. Everything I said involving the virus happened. I'm not going to say too many names because I don't want the shit to get taken down. But everything I said happened, and I told you how it would go. It went that way. And then now you have Fox News come out and then now repeat, what I've been saying already to get ahead of what's to come. Plain and simple. So a lot of information out there, a lot we're going to be getting into. We get into basically the beginning of what we're going to be talking about in the next DVD, and everything that I just talked about as far as this COP26, and a lot more stuff that's going to be coming up. So it really begins with that video, understanding how this came together. If you've seen a lot of my last videos, you got a good understanding on this, but we get into that and a lot more, and getting into the Black kings, the kingdoms that exist in Europe, and basically what the Moors and Hebrews are talking about as far as those Black kings. Because you have the Moors and the Hebrews, Black Hebrews, saying the same thing. But it's proof of a lot of this that's been out there that, of course, as you can imagine, once, they get into control, they got rid of a lot of stuff, but they didn't get rid of everything. And it's too much proof out there, information out there to back this up. And it's almost common sense. I mean, we was here first. We was there, so we have a lot of European scholars that talk about the same thing, but there's a lot more proof to all of this when you start to dig into it. But looking at how they came about and what they did to get to where they are and how that comes into play to what we're seeing today, all this stuff is fucking connected. You can't see it yet. You're blind. It's connected. This is what I've been saying for a long time. Everything's about us, one, but then it's the same MO from after Kemet fell. So it makes you look at everything like scratch your head. And this is why a lot of people can't put their finger on what's taking place, because they can't fathom it. they can't fathom it being the same power structure over thousands of years. They can't fathom that. They can't fathom it being the same agenda over thousands of years. They can't fathom somebody dedicating their life to agenda that they'll never live to see come into fruition. So it makes people not even, their brain don't even go there as far as how deep this stuff goes, but it goes deep. So we get into all that and a lot more in 2022. Make sure you guys see that as well. It's a lot. So we know I talked about how we have a lot of events, that's happening, celestial events, planetary activity. And whenever that happens on this scale that we're going to see this year, it always corresponds with something changing major on the planet. So we're going to be seeing that, and we got to look, we got to look for it. So astrology wise, it's a lot. There's a lot coming up. It's a lot we got to look into and be prepared for, but we're going to get into all this and more. Again, thank you guys for your patience and support with the new site. It's up. It's going to be changing here and there, but it's good as it is. As I said, phone site, it works pretty good on the phone, but the apps are coming. Android is up. iPhone will be coming soon, probably by next week. And make sure you guys hit that bell. Make sure you guys stay tuned. A lot of information coming up. I'm going to be doing, we're putting it together now, a blog and, or vlog, whatever you want to do it. We'll see, but I'm going to start doing that. So it's a lot that's going to come with that. And, probably be putting up my first, live stream pretty soon. You're going to get information on that. Everybody that's a member, you guys will get emails. And by the way, Never Pay Again membership is still available, and it will be available until this app is done. When the app is done, that's it. Said this shit so many times, I know, but it's all because we're waiting on the app. But when the app is done, when it's done and it's out, that's going to be it for it. So make sure you guys take advantage of it while it's available. Also, the sale, I know you guys emailed me about this. The sale is still up. It will be down tomorrow. So make sure you guys take advantage. $89.99 sale for all the digital downloads. $89. A lot of people wanted me to get that back up after I put out the first time. I said it's back out. Like I said, videos take long to get to people, and a lot of people don't see the videos even till weeks later. So this is the best I can do to get people caught up. And as I said, 3 days, it's $8.99. Can't beat that. Plus tax. Still can't beat it. It should come out to still, under $10 or something like that. But make sure you guys stay tuned. I appreciate everybody who's been supporting. Look where we at. Just talking to somebody, a subscriber the other day. Look where we at. A lot of people remember how I started. Started out putting out videos. We came a long way. Fought tooth and nail to get the book out, which they'll be coming soon, as well as the two new books, which is almost done. Fought tooth and nail to get it out. Worked hard on so much stuff. We came a long ways. A lot of people that's been supporting from day one. I really appreciate you guys. You know who you are. Everybody is part of the Merkaba Academy. Everything that we're doing and everything that's to come. I appreciate the support. Appreciate everybody who's always on there, constantly on there, talking and sharing information. It's a lot. So really appreciate it. And me being a one-man band, and beginning of this, I got some help now, but it's a journey, but can't do it without people supporting and, appreciating the content. So appreciate you guys, and make sure you follow me on Instagram. Make sure you're keeping up with the content. Make sure you register for Merkaba Academy. Just register, go on there, register, and look for the email. You'll get it. Do not click the get verified if you're not a lifetime member, because it's not going to happen. So a lot of people send me emails saying, hey, I'm waiting to get verified. I'm waiting to get verified. If you're not a Never Pay Again member or a lifetime member, you're not going to get verified. So just save you that trouble. But it's available, and it will be available till the app is finished, which will be soon. So take advantage of it. Look for what they're talking about. I keep that news feed going on Merkaba Academy because there's a lot they're going to be getting into. So it updates, the link will go to, other content for YouTube, but eventually you'll see it'll update to the latest news. So, stay tuned with that, as well as the news feed, the scrolling feed. So, and it's only on desktop, laptop. It's not on the phone site. So it's not on the app, because that would be tough. And by the way, my birthday is tomorrow or today, depending on when I put this out. January 28th, Friday. So you can support me and say happy birthday by supporting yourself and grabbing this video for $8, $9, whatever it costs. But I appreciate the support regardless, whether you're watching or supporting, it doesn't matter. I appreciate you guys taking the time. A lot of information, a lot to get into. We're still at it, and we're going to keep going. Thank you guys for supporting, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.